What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back today, guys. I'm excited because I finally got my Peacemaker in hand from Hot Toys. And oh boy, is this a badass figure. So guys, I gotta share my thoughts with you. I gotta share my photos. Stick around. If you guys like the video, hit the like button for me. Smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show. And let's get into it. So I'll say when I first heard about Peacemaker coming as a television show, I honestly wasn't sold. I liked James Gunn's The Suicide Squad film. I didn't love the Peacemaker character though. So again, wasn't totally stoked. Oh boy, was I happy to be wrong. The show was awesome, hilarious, a little raunchy for sure. John Cena's performance was excellent and it immediately made me want the 6-scale figure. Had to have it in hand. Now this is the first time I'd had kind of the seamless male body. I have the Wonder Woman 84 that also has the seamless body. This guy almost doesn't feel as heavy as the Wonder Woman, while the musculature here is extremely squishy, a cool texture feel to it. I would be worried about bending these arms for extended periods of time naturally, but still, you can pull off some really natural looking bends in the arms without it looking like a figure, and I think that's really cool. The extra mouth plate that it comes with literally has a detachable tongue. It's the weirdest accessory I think I have in my Hot Toys collection, and I'm freaking there for it. I love how it magnetizes in, or you can have just an open mouth look if you want. Now the sword has a weird inclusion. I don't even remember a sword in the show. Honestly, I need to go back and rewatch it again. But this sword feels really cheap and plasticky. I like the paint applications. It's got a bit of a dirty effect to it, which is cool, but I don't know. It's not an accessory I feel like I needed. Nor is the axe that this comes with. Again, it's got the Peacemaker logo in it there. I think that's cool. And I like the paint wash on it, the speckling, but really it kind of feels cheap. And I know why they gave this to us. We're not really supposed to be able to get the gun out of the holster, but I was able to, and I'll tell you how in a bit. It also comes obviously with some extra hands. I think these are well painted, they look good. I do think it's cool that they gave us a blue wrist peg for the hands as opposed to a beige one, so when the gauntlet slides up a little bit on the figure, it actually hides really well. The additional helmet is also just silver, doesn't have those blue markings, and the base that this guy comes with definitely feels like it's ripped right out of the show. I think it's cool, but I don't tend to display bases in my collection, so honestly, this guy will stay in the box, but I appreciate the highlight here. Now, when I take the helmet off the figure, it's really interesting because I didn't expect to be able to see what looks like pretty much a full John Cena sculpt. I think by far the likeness shines better with the more serious sculpt, but I can definitely still see it with the open mouth sculpt as well, with the tongue hanging out, which is interesting. To me, it felt like the closed mouth sculpt actually fits better and is actually painted more closely to resemble the paint match of the actual figure itself. So that's interesting. I do like both helmet changes. I think my preference is the one with the blue stripes, but I think both are pretty classy. Now, the fact that these boots are not split cut is a bit of a point of contention for me. I think it's the one part of the figure I like the least. They just look really cheap also. And to be honest, they look a little oddly small considering how big the figure is. The texture on the pants is incredible. And I like that you can put the silencer in the belt there as well beside his arm. Now it's interesting because they give you a silencer, but they permanently affix the gun in the holster. But there is this little blue peg within the holster that I was able to get some beard trimming scissors down the side of and snip, and then trim it up once I got there. If you do that, definitely be careful. But when you get the gun out, you can see that it's fully painted. It's meant to be displayed, and the silencer actually fits in the end of the gun. So that is friggin' awesome. I'm so stoked about it because the gun is literally called the Peacemaker. The figure's called the Peacemaker. You can't not have him display the gun. And it's not Hot Toys' fault. It's Warner Bros. It's the company behind it. I get it. this is not a Hot Toys rule. I'm glad that they put such a weak piece of material in there that was able to be cut and we could get around it. Because guys, I think this figure is absolutely worth it. He's bulky, he's really well painted, he looks just like John Cena to me, both with the helmet on and honestly with the helmet off, which is a little bit funny. I think the textures of the material great. My biggest nitpick is the boots look cheap, it's them hard to pose. I want to be able to pull off more of those dancing poses that we see from the intro song. And with the inability to pose those ankles, it makes it harder, but not totally impossible. I'm still trying to decide who my companion piece might be for this guy. I'm not totally sold on the King Shark yet, mostly because he's a power pose figure and so large, but we don't really have much in the way of other options. We never got the Red Dress Harley. We never got an official Hot Toys Polka Dot Man or Bloodsport. I know there's some third-party options that are a possibility, but I don't know if they'd pose well with this guy specifically, because he looks so good, he looks so realistic. Are you happy with Eagly? Because I know that some people just truly didn't see the likeness in Eagly, which I think is funny, to be honest. I think he looks like an eagle. I didn't study Eagly that well. I don't think he looks that bad. But I still think it's way better than Marty's Einstein. Like, way better. Man, am I happy with this purchase. So guys, I pose the question back to you. Are you picking this up? Did you possibly miss it? Do you already have it in your collection? I can't wait to hear from you guys in the comments down below. But thanks for watching again, as always. If you guys liked the video, I'd love if you hit the like button for me. Smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show. And guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.